Good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of King's Corner. I'm your host, Latif Muhammad, coming to you straight from the state of Florida. Again, thank you. So I know it's been a while since I posted anything about anything on social media. Um, that's only because I've been trying to get some good content. I never want to come before the people with just anything and just speak because I have a mouth. Um, Not only is that a waste of my time, but it's definitely a waste of your time. And you could be doing something else aside from listening to me talk about foolishness. Again, thank you, and I'm grateful for the fact that you are able and want to hear something worthwhile that I have to say. Hopefully, but before I begin, I always want to start off with prayer. For those of you who don't know, it is a Muslim prayer, but it's not just for a Muslim. It's for anybody who want a word of encouragement and just want to partake in this small prayer. It's about 2 minutes. If you're interested in listening, by all means, I'm definitely willing to share it with you. If not, please put your phones, your iPad, computers on mute, silent, whichever you need to do, and then come back on in about a minute or two. Okay? Attention prayer. Surely I turn myself upright to thee, who originated the heavens and the earth, and I am not of the polytheists. Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death are all for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. No associate has seen this I am commanding. I am of those who submit. I have been greatly unjust to myself, and I confess my faults. So please grant protection against my faults. For none grants protection against my faults but thee. And guide me to the best of morals, for none can guide to the best of morals but thee. And turn away from me the evil and indecent morals, for none can turn away from me the evil and indecent morals but thee. And O Allah bless Muhammad, and bless the true followers of Muhammad, as thou did bless Abraham and the true followers of Abraham, for surely thou praised and magnified. And O Allah make Muhammad successful, as thou did make Abraham and the true followers of Abraham successful, for surely thou art praised and magnified in our midst. I mean, so thank you again. So I'm gonna begin right now, just jump right into it. So yesterday I was at this event not too far from where I live at, and it was a networking event. They had, it was a country. I'm not a country guy. I'm from New York. We deal with hip hop and reggae and reggaeton and that sort of thing. But this was a country event, but they had that vibe of friendliness, and so we had a whole bunch of vendors there, including myself, and we just had a good time. We had a good time. And before I even get into the podcast, the core of the podcast, I want to thank three people. One, I want to thank my queen, my wife, Markia. And the reason why I want to thank her is because, she's always inspiring, she's always encouraging, and she's always kind of like want to motivate me to do things. And so in this particular event, um, she rode with me the whole entire time. Like the day before, she went to get some some snacks, some water, some juices, just stuff to tide me over for the whole entire time that I was at the event on Saturday. But not only that, she prepared it for me, and then she rode with me to the event. Right, she got up the same time and she stayed with me the whole entire time. It was from 11 o'clock to 6. She was there the whole entire time. And so, you know, it doesn't get any better than that. You have a wife or you have a significant other who's there to support you in your business. She might not be a part of the business or he might not be a part of the business, but they're willing to support you because they know eventually you're going to be successful, right? They're not looking at you crazy like why you out for 6 7 hours and you're coming home. It wasn't any of that, right? So I definitely appreciate my wife for being that support for me on yesterday. And so there are two other people that I want to say thank you to and give some acknowledgement to. One person, her name is Miss Elise Mendez. She lives in Florida as well, and she's been a great support and a great help. and encouragement and inspiring people to be great and be phenomenal. So special shout out to her. Another shout out to Sister Andrea Chadwick. She is a very special sister. Her and her husband, he's a mechanic here in the city, and he works on vehicles. I met him a few times, and he's a very personable person. I need to get his address and put him on the podcast so that way he can get some business. He's very successful, but of course, who can't use more business? So him and his wife Andrea, wonderful people. So she's another one who's in the community doing some wonderful work. Um, Very inspiring, very encouraging. So be on the lookout for her as well as Sister Elise Mendez as well. They're going to be in your neighborhood soon, so check them out when they come. So I want to get into this now. So really, just to be totally transparent, some years ago, I used to work as not necessarily a CNA. I was in the health field, and so I worked with a lot of people who were mentally disabled, right? They had artistic um, needs, right? And with them being that kind of person or those kind of individuals would be out in the community, and people would look at them and make fun of them and just kind of like ostracize them from the rest of the community. And you know it was kind of a like, who do you think you are moment to have, you know, um, uh, to have something to say about somebody who can't defend themselves. And so we were their advocates. We were their people. We were their friends. And some of them, they viewed us as just being family, right? And so I had a long lasting relationship with some of the people there. And so there are situations where you may run into some trouble, right? You're going to ask yourself, man, how can I get out of this? And I'll get into that in a second. So, this episode is why every CNA should consider legal protection with LegalShield, right? And so, I'll get into it like this, right? There's some, you know, um, CNAs can benefit tremendously from having legal protection. It is a career that comes with a lot of responsibilities, some unique challenges, and some potential risks. So, as a CNA, you're not only taking care of patients, but you're also ensuring that your work is compliant with healthcare laws and regulations. Today, we're going to explore why CNAs need legal protection and how Legal Shield is an ideal solution for addressing those needs. And so, there is a unique challenge of being a CNA. And so, CNAs play a crucial role in healthcare. So you're often the main caregiver for patients. You are assisting with daily activities, monitoring vital signs, and providing emotional support. However, with this responsibility comes a lot of legal risks. For instance, you may face a dispute over patient care, accusation of negligence, issues with employers, or even challenges with licensing. Sometimes even well-meaning CNAs can find themselves caught in complicated situations, often because of miscommunication, misunderstanding, or simply the fast-paced nature of healthcare. Listen, to be totally transparent with you, when I was in dealing with folks who had mental disabilities, there were some circumstances where one of the residents he would test every newcomer. And I think in my first 6 months working at this particular group home back in New York, you know, he accused everybody doing something, and I wasn't immune. And so his case manager had to take some notes, right? Give it to the state investigator. Investigator, talk to me, ask me some questions and everything like that. So with my information and then with the case manager's information, they put it together. Oh, this guy, he's not really reliable, meaning the patient, um, because he's always done it. So he had a history. Luckily for me, he had a history, right? But what if he didn't have a history? I could have lost my job. I could have gotten written up. I could have faced some serious disciplinary actions. But no, unbeknownst to me, there was a program out there that I didn't even know about at that time. It was called LegalShield. And if something like that were to occur, I would have been able to call a lawyer and ask them what my rights are, right? But I didn't have that knowledge at the time. I didn't have that information at the time, so I didn't know, right? And so, as we go down to the next spot, why legal protection is essential for CNAs. So check this out. Imagine dealing with an employment issue. Okay. And so we're dealing with like disputes over hours or unfair treatment by a supervisor. That's happened to many of us. Without legal support, you're left to handle these situations on your own, which can be overwhelming and sometimes intimidating. Another example is licensing or certification. A CNA certification can be at risk due to accusations of misunderstandings with patients or colleagues. And having legal protection means you don't have to navigate these challenges alone. Legal protection can assist with the review of any employment contracts or work agreements you might have. It's essential to understand what you're agreeing to before you sign anything, especially in a field like healthcare where your compliance is key. So now let's talk about how LegalShield can help. So we offer affordable access to experienced attorneys who are just a phone call away. Unlike traditional legal services, which can be very costly, LegalShield operates on a simple monthly membership. So there is no high hourly rate or surprise fees. With us, LegalShield, CNAs have access to a wide range of legal support. Whether you need help with a workplace dispute, legal advice, or maintaining your certifications, or assistance retrieving documents, we are here and we provide these services as part of your membership. And so now, Legal Shield services are especially beneficial to CNAs in a few specific ways. First, you get consultations on any legal question. So if there's a situation that you're unsure about, like how to handle a complaint or navigate an HR issue, you have professional guidance available to you. Second, Legal Shield includes identity protection through ID Shield. CNAs handle patient information, which unfortunately puts them at risk of identity theft. ID Shield provides monitoring alerts and full restoration services to protect your identity and financial information. And then lastly, Legal Shield supports you with personal matters as well. If you have any family law issue, landlord tenant disputes, or even a need for a simple will, Legal Shield is there to help you. So to wrap this all up, family, CNAs are essential healthcare providers who face a unique set of challenges. And so LegalShield is designed to offer affordable, comprehensive legal support for issues that CNAs may encounter, both on and off the job. With LegalShield, you're not just getting access to legal advice, you're getting peace of mind and knowing you have the support for any legal situation that may come your way. So I want to thank you for listening this evening. Listen, I've been part of LegalShield since 2016, and there's been many situations that, you know, helped me. It would not have been able to help me if I didn't have Legal Shield, right? So whether you're a CNA, DSP, whatever your field is, reach out to me. My number is 386-265-7230. We definitely can help you out in any legal matter and with your identity protection. So with that being said, I wish you all a good night. I wish you all a blessed week. Everything that you are setting out to accomplish for this upcoming week, please, by God's permission, I hope you accomplish it. Right? Continue to be safe, and may God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you.